What was Vietnamization, and why was it controversial? Imagine a country torn apart by war, where the hopes of a nation hang in the balance. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, the United States faced a challenging situation in Vietnam, prompting a strategy known as Vietnamization. This approach aimed to shift the responsibility of fighting the war from American troops to South Vietnamese forces. The idea was to train and equip the South Vietnamese military so they could take over the combat role, allowing American soldiers to gradually withdraw. Vietnamization was introduced by President Richard Nixon as part of his broader plan to end U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War. The strategy was seen as a way to maintain U.S. interests in the region while reducing American casualties. However, this plan was met with significant controversy for several reasons. First, many critics argued that the South Vietnamese military was not adequately prepared to handle the fight against the North Vietnamese forces on their own. Despite extensive training programs, the South Vietnamese troops often struggled with issues such as low morale and corruption within their ranks. This raised concerns about whether they could effectively defend their country without American support. Second, the process of Vietnamization coincided with a period of increasing anti-war sentiment in the United States. Many Americans were frustrated with the prolonged conflict and questioned the effectiveness of the war effort. As U.S. troops began to withdraw, some viewed Vietnamization as a way for the government to save face rather than a genuine effort to bring peace. Additionally, the strategy faced criticism for its impact on the South Vietnamese population. As American forces pulled back, the South Vietnamese government became increasingly reliant on U.S. military aid and support. This dependency raised questions about the long-term stability of South Vietnam and its ability to survive without American intervention. Ultimately, Vietnamization was a complex and contentious strategy that reflected the challenges of transitioning from a military presence to a more autonomous South Vietnamese government. The controversy surrounding it highlighted the difficulties of achieving peace in a war-torn nation and the differing opinions on the best path forward for both the United States and Vietnam.